Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to replace the battery on this key fob for a Toyota Prius. I believe it's the same for the 2004 all the way to 2007, possibly even the 2008 model. But anyways, first thing you're going to do is we're going to remove this, the physical key in here. So the way you do that is you slide this over to the left, and then you can actually pull this physical key out. Alright, comes out just like that. Once you've done that, we're going to have to slide this cover off. It can be a little tricky. You have to pull this over slightly, and then you can slide this over. So what I found helps is you pull this over, and then you can kind of push it after you let go, and then you hold it again, and then push it while you're kind of holding it. You can see it's kind of moving out, so you might have to keep like doing that several times. And then once you kind of hold this, you can see now it's coming out all the way. Oops, sorry, I was getting that out of view. Let me push this back in so you can kind of see. Okay, and you do have to push this to put it back into place. So anyways, pull that, and then you kind of push it. If it's not going, you might have to kind of open and like slide this multiple times, but you do have to keep it in the open position when you pull this out. And there we go, we got the cover off. Okay, we're going to use a PH0 or JIS0 screwdriver to remove the 4 screws from here. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so just going to remove these 4 screws. I'll have to look up what exact models it covers, but basically the 2nd generation Prius. Okay, so once we get these 4 screws out, we're going to just pop this cover off. Alright, so we got this. We're going to pop this cover off here. There's a little gap. You can use your fingernail or a little thin tool. But just pop that out. There is a little rubber gasket on here, so you want to make sure that stays. Otherwise, your key will lose some water resistance. You can also just put the gasket in here if it falls out, but it comes out like this. Alright, as you can see, there's not much area to pull this battery out. So what I will usually do, you can probably smack it on your hand like that and it'll come out. But if it doesn't come out like that, then what you can do, you can take a magnet and you can stick it on, and you can see you can just pull it out just like that. Alright, so there we go. We're going to now get a new battery. This is a CR2032 if I didn't already mention it. Alright, let me see if I can show you here. Oops. So here, let me see, there you go, CR2032. Okay, so you just slide this battery back in. Make sure this side is facing down. So you slide it back this way because this plastic is covering it, and then just push it down. Alright, very simple. Again, you probably want to take the rubber piece and put it into this groove. So here you can see the rubber comes out like that, and you want it to be in that ring. If it doesn't fit in that ring and it's stretched out, you might need to get a replacement rubber piece. It's not 100% necessary, but it helps with preventing water from getting in there. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, they actually show some stuff on here, CR2032. Okay, we're just going to put this plastic cover back on top, and then we're going to get those 4 screws back in. Okay, pretty simple, pretty easy to install the battery. Okay. Alright, we're just going to get these 4 screws back in. This design's a little bit bad because you need tools to get it out. Like on other keys, you don't need a screwdriver. You can actually use the key that comes out of here to pop open from this side or something, or other ways, but this one you need an actual screwdriver for it. Alright, so to put this back, we're just gonna slide this back in. Okay, and then again, we do have to slide this over to get this to slide all the way, and there we go, the cover's locked back in. Now you just take the key and put it back into here. Okay, might help to slide this over when you do it, but there we go, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and another thing, if you didn't know, for the models with keyless entry, this can get pushed into the ignition. There's a little slot to drive the car even if the battery's dead. The key is if your car battery is dead and the lock-unlock isn't working, then you can actually use the physical key to open the door. So that's why it has a physical key here. All right. And also there's a way you can turn off there's a button that's underneath the steering wheel that turns off the keyless mode. If you accidentally press that, or if you want, you can press it on purpose. You can actually disable the keyless entry mode. So that way, if you walk up to your car and you pull the handle, it won't automatically unlock the doors. And you'll have to use this physical key to open the door if you were to press that button. I don't have a video of that, but basically if you look underneath your steering wheel, there's a panel, and then there'll be like little circle buttons there. One is for the key, and I think the other one's like the tire pressure reset button. But yeah, anyways, hopefully this video helps some of you guys change your battery or fix the problem with your Prius not working with the keyless entry. There's another thing I've heard where someone lost one of their keys and they actually lost it inside their car. So if your car is having issues where you try and lock all the doors and it unlocks itself from the door handle area, it's usually because the key is somewhere in your car. So if your car for some reason isn't locking when you press the door lock all doors button, it's because there's a key somewhere in your car, so keep that in mind. Alright, anyways, hopefully this video helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this spike.